Welcome back, chums, and as ever, thank you so much for taking the time out to join me. Can I just say straight off, basically, people are saying, oh, Neil, you haven't moved around in a while. Let me tell you that there is a problem when you're in London, right? And you may have seen that awful, horrific murder of those police people.
The fairy tale is officially dead. The grand, glittering illusion that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle tried to sell to the world from their multi-million-dollar mansion in California is crumbling into dust. They told us they were never coming back. They told us they had found their promised land. But behind the scenes, the money is drying up, the Netflix deals are evaporating, and a terrifying, desperate plan is unfolding. Harry and Meghan are secretly scrambling to return to the UK. But this is not a triumphant royal homecoming. This is a desperate financial survival mission, and the fallout is already tearing their family apart. Because the bombshell that has just leaked from the few remaining staff inside the Montecito compound is not about Harry's fractured relationship with his brother, nor is it about Meghan's desperate attempts to cling to her royal titles. It is about two innocent children who are caught in the crossfire of a collapsing empire. Archie and Lilibet have finally been brought to meet King Charles, but what the public doesn't know is the sheer, unadulterated panic happening behind closed doors. The staff are talking, and what they are revealing about Archie's heartbreaking reaction to this sudden, forced relocation is exposing the ruthless, calculated machinery of the Sussex brand. Meghan is allegedly making humiliating, desperate calls to retail tycoons in a last-ditch effort to save her failing lifestyle brand. Harry is blindly following. And the children? They are being told a massive lie. If you think the royal family in Britain is in chaos, you haven't seen anything yet. The Sussex camp is an absolute uncontained freefall, and the secrets spilling out of Montecito are more shocking than anyone could have imagined. To understand the sheer, breathtaking desperation of this moment, you have to strip away the polished PR spin and look at the cold, hard reality of the Sussex finances. We are witnessing the collapse of a billion-dollar dream. Let's rewind. When Harry and Meghan fled the UK, they painted a picture of absolute liberation. They were going to become financial superstars in America. They signed a massive deal with Spotify, which famously collapsed after Meghan's podcast failed to generate the expected numbers. A top Spotify executive publicly branded them grifters. Then came the Netflix deal. For a moment, it looked like they had struck gold with their explosive documentary series, but since that initial splash, the creative well has run bone dry. The Hollywood strikes, the shifting streaming landscape, and a glaring lack of compelling content have left their Netflix deal hanging by a thread. Industry insiders are whispering that Netflix is unlikely to renew their contract for a third series if the next project doesn't perform. And the Sussexes know this. They are staring down the barrel of a financial abyss. The massive overheads of their Montecito mansion, the bloated security costs, the private jets, and the high-priced PR team are bleeding them dry. So, what do? They pivot. Recent headlines have been flooded with rumors about the Sussexes moving back to the UK for 6 months, then relocating to Canada, and then jetting off to Australia. Let me be absolutely clear. This is deflective nonsense. This is a classic Sussex PR smokescreen designed to test the waters and gauge public reaction. They are throwing mud at the wall to see what sticks. Even the recent rumors about Harry collaborating with Guy Ritchie on a project are part of this elaborate deflection. Guy Ritchie has a project to promote, and it benefits him to lean into the Sussex rumors for free publicity. But the reality is, there is no commissioned series. It is all hypothetical nonsense designed to make it look like Harry is still a hot commodity in Hollywood. The truth is, the Montecito mansion is becoming a ghost town. The few remaining staff members are being told that the property will remain active, with groundskeepers staying on to look after the chickens and maintain the gardens. It is a carefully curated image to hide the fact that the primary residents are packing their bags. The illusion of the California dream is shattered. They are out of options, they are out of money, and they are running out of time. They have to go where the money and the relevance are, back to the UK. But the transition is not going to be the polished, triumphant return they are hoping for, because the real victims of this financial panic are the children. Before we expose the heartbreaking truth about Archie and Lilibet, you have to understand the sheer, unadulterated panic driving Meghan Markle right now. Meghan has not given up on her lifestyle brand. Despite the endless delays, the trademark rejections, and the universal mockery from the business world, she is still desperately trying to launch her commercial empire. But she has realized that she cannot do it alone. She needs a lifeline. She needs a savior with deep pockets and retail dominance. And according to insiders, Meghan's team has been making shocking, behind-the-scenes overtures to one of the most controversial retail barons in the United Kingdom, Mike Ashley. Yes, you heard that right. The woman who preaches about empathy, female empowerment, and high-end luxury is allegedly seeking a partnership with the founder of Sports Direct, a man known for his ruthless, aggressive business tactics. Mike Ashley recently bought the iconic luxury department store Harvey Nichols, famous for its association with the British elite, and shows like Absolutely Fabulous. And Meghan's team sees this as the ultimate Trojan horse. The plan is allegedly to leverage Mike Ashley's retail infrastructure to distribute Meghan's failing lifestyle products, simultaneously using Harvey Nichols as a physical storefront to ramrod her brand into the public consciousness. The location is key. Harvey Nichols is located in Knightsbridge, literally down the road from Kensington Palace. It is a playground for the British aristocracy, the ultra-wealthy, and the global elite. Meghan believes that by placing her products in Harvey Nichols, she can force her way back into the high society circles that rejected her. But this move is a massive, humiliating step down for a woman who once claimed she was going to change the world. Going from a multi-million-dollar Netflix deal to begging a controversial retail tycoon to stock your lifestyle brand is the ultimate admission of failure. It proves that Meghan is not a business titan. She is a desperate celebrity clinging to relevance by her fingernails. The staff at Harvey Nichols are reportedly baffled by the overtures. The British public, who are already struggling with a cost-of-living crisis, are hardly going to line up to buy overpriced lifestyle products from a Duchess who abandoned them. The Harvey Nichols plan is a desperate Hail Mary, and it exposes the terrifying reality of the Sussex financial situation. They are not choosing to return to the UK for love of country or family. They are returning because they have burned every bridge in America, and the UK is the only market left where their royal proximity still holds a shred of commercial value. But while Meghan plays retail tycoon, the real tragedy is unfolding in the nursery. We are witnessing the spectacular, real-time collapse of the Sussex empire. The Netflix deals are dying, Meghan is begging retail tycoons for shelf space, and Harry is desperately trying to spin a return to the UK as a temporary visit. But before we expose the heartbreaking reaction of Archie to this sudden move, we need you in this with us. If you think Harry and Meghan are making a massive mistake by dragging their kids back to the UK just to save their brand, hit the subscribe button and drop a 1 in the comments right now. But if you think they have no choice and are just doing what is best for their family, hit subscribe and drop a 2. We need to know where you stand, because the PR machine is watching the public reaction to gauge their next move. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next massive update. We are just getting to the most heartbreaking part of this royal crisis. Now, back to the chaos. Kids say the most innocent, unfiltered things. They have no concept of PR, brand strategy, or financial panic. They just know what they see and feel. And in the Montecito mansion, the few remaining staff members are hearing things that should terrify Harry and Meghan. When Harry and Meghan brought Archie and Lilibet over to the UK earlier this month to finally meet King Charles, it was framed as a touching, secret family reunion. But the reality for Archie was vastly different. For a young boy who has only ever known the sunshine, blue skies, and wide-open spaces of California, the trip to England was seen as an adventure. He had absolutely no idea that this was a scouting mission for a permanent return to his father's homeland. He thought he was going on a holiday. But now, as the reality of the move sets in, the staff are reporting a very different reaction. When casually asked by staff members, "Are you looking forward to moving?" Archie's response was reportedly a resounding, "Not 100%. He is not happy at all. He is at that crucial age where he is establishing his identity, his friendships, and his routine. And now, his parents are about to rip him out of the only life he has ever known and drop him into a cold, unfamiliar, and highly scrutinized environment." The staff, who have grown incredibly attached to these children, are deeply concerned. They are whispering about the massive culture shock awaiting Archie and Lilibet. In Montecito, they are surrounded by children with similar accents, similar lifestyles, and a shared culture of sunshine and outdoor living. In the UK, they will be outsiders. It doesn't matter how rich or powerful the school they attend is. Archie is going to walk into a classroom full of children who have grown up watching his parents tear the royal family apart on television. He is going to be the kid with the American accent, the famous father, and the controversial mother. The psychological toll on these children is immense. They are being used as pawns in a desperate game of financial survival. Harry and Meghan are so consumed with saving their brand and securing their bank accounts that they are completely ignoring the emotional devastation they are about to inflict on their own children. The staff are reportedly dreading the transition. They know that Archie is nervous, that Lilibet is confused, and that the entire move is a massive gamble that could blow up in their faces. But the darkest secret of this entire relocation plan is the backup strategy, the 11th hour panic that Meghan is allegedly holding in her back pocket. Before we expose Meghan's 11th hour backup plan, we have to address the staggering hypocrisy at the center of this entire saga. Harry and Meghan preach empathy. They preach compassion. They build their entire brand on the idea of protecting the vulnerable and caring for the forgotten. But when it comes to Thomas Markle, Meghan's own father, that empathy evaporates. Thomas Markle is an elderly, ill man. He has never met his grandchildren. He has been denied the sheer, basic courtesy of a phone call or a visit from his daughter. Whatever his past mistakes, whatever his sins, the man is aging and in poor health. And Harry, who knows exactly what it feels like to lose a parent, is standing by and allowing this cruelty to happen. It is bad enough that they are discarding staff without a C, Eakin thought. It is bad enough that they are fleeing California because they mismanaged their finances. But to deny an elderly man the chance to see his grandchildren, while simultaneously dragging those same grandchildren across the world to meet a king who they have no relationship with, is the height of ruthlessness. This couple, who purports to be the champions of kindness, is operating with a cold, clinical precision that would make a corporate raider blush. They are ruthless in their pursuit of relevance and money. And if they can treat an ailing father with such disdain, how do you think they are treating the staff who dare to question their moving plans? How do you think they are treating a young boy who doesn't want to leave his home? The Thomas Markle situation is the ultimate window into the soul of the Sussex operation. It is a one-way street. They demand loyalty, empathy, and respect, but they offer none in return. And it is this exact brand of ruthless self-preservation that is driving their backup plan for the UK school transition. Let's talk about the reality of the UK that Harry and Meghan are trying to ignore. In a recent broadcast, a royal commentator named Neil highlighted a terrifying reality about London right now. He pointed out that he hasn't been moving around the city much because it is simply too dangerous. He referenced the horrific, tragic murders of police officers and women in parks by groups of kids on bikes. He talked about the lawlessness, the danger, and the absolute failure of the authorities to address it. This is the reality of the London that Harry and Meghan are planning to move their children into. For years, Harry has whined and complained about his security. He has demanded taxpayer-funded armed police protection while simultaneously trashing the very institution that provides it. He claims he is terrified of the paparazzi and the threats to his family. But look at the world he is bringing them into. The UK is facing a massive crime wave. The streets of London are not the safe, polished environments of Montecito. They are volatile, unpredictable, and in many areas deeply dangerous. Harry is so blinded by his desire for relevance and Meghan's panic over their finances that he is ignoring the stark reality of the environment they are entering. He is trading the safety of a gated, private community in California for the chaos of a city in crisis. And this brings us to the ultimate, terrifying backup plan, the 11th hour excuse that Meghan is allegedly preparing to use the moment things get tough. According to sources close to the remaining Montecito staff, Meghan is not fully committed to this UK move. She is keeping an escape hatch wide open. The staff suspect, and have privately shared, that Meghan will likely pull the plug on the UK school enrollment at the 11th hour. She will wait until the absolute last minute, and then she will dramatically announce that the move is off. And the excuse? The paparazzi. Meghan is allegedly preparing to spin a narrative that the relentless harassment by the British paparazzi makes it impossible for Archie and Lilibet to attend school in the UK. She will claim that she is just a mother protecting her children from the ruthless media machine. But this is a massive, calculated lie. Look at Prince William and Princess Catherine. They managed to raise 3 children in the UK, send them to school, take them to public events, and live relatively normal lives without being swarmed by paparazzi on a daily basis. The British press, for all its faults, generally respects the privacy of school-age royal children. If William and Kate can do it, Harry and Meghan can do it. But Meghan doesn't want to do it. She wants the excuse. She wants the victimhood. She wants to be able to say, "We tried to come back, but they wouldn't leave us alone." This is the ultimate deflection. If the Harvey Nichols deal falls through, if the Netflix contract is canceled, if the UK public rejects her brand, Meghan needs a reason to flee back to California without looking like a failure, and the paparazzi excuse is her golden ticket. She is using the media as a scapegoat for her own business failures, and in the process, she is robbing her children of a stable education and a chance to build a life. The staff are already bracing for the 11th hour panic. They know that Meghan is volatile, that she changes her mind based on the prevailing winds of public opinion, and that she will not hesitate to uproot the children again if it serves her narrative. This is the toxic, chaotic environment that Archie and Lilibet are growing up in. They are not children to Harry and Meghan. They are props. They are leverage. And they are being dragged across the world not for their own good, but for the survival of a dying brand. The Sussex fairy tale is over. The Montecito mansion is emptying out. The Netflix deals are dying. Meghan is begging retail tycoons for shelf space. And two innocent children are caught in the middle of a desperate, chaotic scramble for relevance and money. Harry and Meghan have built their entire post-royal life on the illusion of success, but the illusion is shattering. The reality is that they are out of options, out of allies, and out of time. They are returning to the UK not as conquerors, but as beggars. They are hoping that the British public's fascination with the royal family will be enough to sustain their lavish lifestyle and prop up Meghan's failing brand. But the British public is not stupid. They see the hypocrisy, they see the ruthlessness, and they see the collateral damage. The walls are closing in, the secrets are spilling out, and the House of Sussex is on the brink of total, irreversible collapse. What do you think? Do you think NK Harry and Meghan are making a massive mistake by dragging Archie and Lilibet back to the UK? Or do you think they have no choice but to return to save their finances? Comment below with your verdict. And if you think there are even more secrets buried in the Montecito mansion, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now. We are just scratching the surface of the Sussex web of lies, and the next leak is coming sooner than you think. Share this video with everyone you know. The world needs to know what is really happening behind the walls of the Sussex camp. The royal chaos is far from over, and the next chapter will be even more explosive.